around a lot.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth, take care of yourself, and be a good boy.
Hey, welcome to Winnipeggers. We're doing things a little bit differently today since I'm so pissed off at these guys. Apparently, I got shitty Wi-Fi, so let's just hope for the best. Here we go. Family Hamburger House.
Dr. Q's?
Holy crap, Stickler.
Stickler's on fire tonight. Oh, sorry. Hit the wrong button.
I used to buy my dirt bike parts there. This is great.
These are actual scenes from Winnipeg.
Not since the 70s. You can tell by all the cars.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'm a Horseshack.
What's your dopey teacher's name, Rybo?
Oh.
Hildebrand? Mr. Hildebrand? Welcome back, Hildebrand. What's the dopey teacher's name that you had?
Oh, Mr. Hildebrand?
Welcome back, Hildebrand.
Wow.
Finally, I look good.
Finally, he made you the stud.
Thank you.
There we go.
Oh,
there's a stud.
I wish.
Juan Epstein.
I wish I looked like that.
Oh, yeah, and of course, Rybo gets Horseshack. Thanks,
Rybo
Stickler.
looks like a fish.
I'd probably pick me for Horseshack, too.
City of Hydro. Where the hell is that?
Oh, that's funny.
That was amazing.
Way to go, Rod.
Obviously, no new photos in that one.
Welcome to Winnipeggers 66. Great intro there by the awesome Rod Stickler, one of our favorites. As I switch my mic, because of course it's the shitty mic. Of course, I'm switching it to the good mic. There we go.
Oh, what a difference!
Thank you, guys. That's awesome. The Wi-Fi is better too. If it wasn't for Rod Stickler, the show would just be shit at this point. Welcome to Winnipegger 66, episode Fake ID. We're hoping this is episode 66. We're not quite sure. We kind of start off on a bad foot. We're kind of arguing today, a little bit crotchety. Dave's name is in front of his face, thanks to the advice of Lon.
Yeah, one of the critics of the show. When you get to this level, there's actual critics. Lon.
People want to see us fail at this point, don't they?
Yeah, oh, for sure, man. Especially our friends. They always want you to fail.
And in the words of Wayne Van Horn, we are succeeding at that.
Yeah, if they want to watch us fail, you got episode 1 through 65 to watch.
Things are going good for us, though, guys. We're really excited to have you this week. We got great guests, great sponsors. We're going to kick it off right now with a huge update from the corporation. I'm going to take this one because every time I ask Spew, he acts confused as if he doesn't know what we're talking about here. So there's big steps forward from the corporation this week. They have produced what is called a deck. And a deck is kind of a one-sheet sizzler. It's got a lot of bells and whistles on it. You're meant to print it out and read it, but you can also look at it online. And this is what you send to prospective buyers of networks, different networks, a lot of content required. Apple TV, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, Netflix, CTV.
Maybe you heard of it. It's called Netflix.
Bundy's Late Night Review. All these places are expected to give us pitch meetings, is what they say, and then the offers start coming, and then the money, guys.
Forget about it.
Everybody watching right now, we're going to leave all of you behind when the money starts flowing in. So we appreciate your fandom right now, but don't
it's
don't
almost
take
over.
it too seriously. Yeah, don't get locked in because we're gonna dump you like a bad habit as soon as the corporation comes through. So, what do you guys think? We've had some good corporation updates over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Spewy, Rybo?
Yeah, I think it's been really successful. I mean, I know it's a business thing, but I feel like these guys are really just like best friends, and that's the kind of thing. They're like us. They could be on the show. So, yeah, really good guys, best friends, brothers, lots of smiles back and forth. Well-fed people. Americans, that's always cool to have the different nationalities like that combine and talk together. So there's some really good stuff happening.
On the last corporation meeting, one of the corporation members did not show up. What do you think about that, Rybo? No names need to be mentioned.
I think, well, yeah, I would think that he would be maybe busy eating, but obviously that's probably not the case because he would probably just eat right on screen because he doesn't care about that kind of stuff. Because he's a bigwig and he should be. He should just eat whenever he wants and he doesn't care. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
but
yeah, he doesn't care.
I felt it was okay. It was all right because I actually showed up this time, and I mean that was way better for me.
Yeah, really. Ryan's actually
Anytime
hosts
Rybo
the
shows
show
up,
and he
it's a
doesn't
bonus.
show up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the host of the show. He's kind of like he's like a cast member maybe at this point.
Right.
Thanks.
Almost got
Let me know when I
banned
have
last
full.
week.
Let me know when I have full stature.
Right.
Exactly. Well, that ain't gonna happen on this show because I own the whole fucking thing. No. Anyways, good stuff going on this week with the corporation, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, good guys.
Lots of great news coming up. We got so many members of the family have been chiming in this week with great cards and letters, DMs. Great emails as well.
You didn't get any cards. What are you talking about? You're getting cards sent to your house?
The family made a deck. The family made a deck.
A deck of cards and send it to you.
I'm getting cards and letters from people I don't even know. That does it. We're getting flagged. Fucking Glenn Campbell's people coming after us on that one. Sorry. Yeah. First is Burton and Backman, and now it's fucking Glenn Campbell. We can't win over here in the Winnipeggers. But where we can win is with the family who sent in this amazing Nicole Coco 91. Thank you, Nicole. I feel a Dave's rant coming on. Louder Sound News / Dave Grohl. Wow. The fact that Dave Grohl apparently is to read bedtime stories on children's something because you cut it off. I'm not sure. Children's show, children's books
or something.
The children's expo at the Manitoba Museum of Man and Nature. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Dave, what do you think about Dave Grohl reading bedtime stories?
Not much. I mean, I'd rather we don't. You? It bothers me a lot, actually.
Dave's rant. He's really pissed. It's excellent. Dave's rant. Let's watch him lose his shit.
I don't want to take over the show about Dave Grohl. I don't want to give him enough. I give him more than what he already has because he's everywhere. He's completely saturated to death. And I'm not saying he's a bad musician. I'm not saying he's a bad guitar player or just a basic guitar player. Really good drummer. He was in a real famous band called Nirvana. I don't want to put him down. I know he's a nice guy. You can tell he's really genuine and nice, but he's overused. He's oversaturated. Too much publicity. By the way, he swears a lot. If you wanted me to get into one thing, it's F this and F that. And we were effing riding down the effing road and the bus we were in and effing this.
Sounds like Toho.
Yeah, he's making enough quid that he doesn't need to swear as much, I think, is what I'm saying, right? There's no need to be doing that anymore. But I don't want him to get a big push. He's got enough. A comic book or whatever, kids book, Paul McCartney, a friendship with Paul McCartney. Get out of here. You know what? If I was friends with Paul McCartney, I might keep that special. Maybe I wouldn't bring cameras around me and have video cameras and big cameras everywhere. Maybe, and Paul, if you're listening, you could trust me. I'll hang out with you, and nobody's gonna know. Tell Bob.
Well, what is
Dylan,
he said the Stones were just a blues cover band at this point. Wow. So McCartney's getting this close to getting on the band list.
Just so Sir Paul McCartney.
Just so you know, hey, don't tempt me, sir.
Yeah.
Wow. We might have to vote on that. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one.
Out of all the people that could go on there,
So Grohl makes you mad, Dave.
Grohl makes me mad. I mean, there's other things. I don't want to take over the show, but I was going through the drive-thru the other day, and I try to eat healthy, so I might just say,
Why are we laughing at that? Rybo?
Because I go through a drive-through trying to be healthy.
I went through the drive-through the other day. I'm trying to eat healthy.
I go to McDonald's. I go to McDick's, and I said, give me a double cheeseburger without the bun. You want lettuce? Not from you guys. I know better than that, Rybo. Wow. That lettuce is carrying disease. So I eat that, and but they always say to me, oh, yeah, I might have SARS or something. Although I know, and they always say to me, is that it? Like I say, all I want is this thing. And would you like to say anything else? No, I just told you I didn't want anything else. And then they ask one more time, and it must be protocol from some accountant figured that out. He was in some office of bullshit with other accountants and other people, and they just worked up this recipe to kill somebody with 3 questions. I would just like a Big Mac. That is it. Nothing else, no water, no fries. Would you like anything else with that? It's unbelievable how they keep doing that. I'm not a big fan of parades. There's parades happening now. You see parades, and you're out, and when you see a parade, it's weird because there's cops at every corner. All of a sudden, there's a parade of people. Just stay on Facebook like you normally do and tell us what you think. There's no need to go outside. It's a lot easier inside. I don't like the goatees. Ryan, you can get away with it, but the guy with the guy that has the goatee and he's got the cell phone on his waist, he's got the ear thing, the Bluetooth ear thing, and maybe a pair of Oakleys on his hat. Those guys got to go. The things have got to change that way. It really bothers me. So that's some of the things. I don't want to, I don't really have a lot of stuff. I mean, there is one thing that bothers me. My knees have been bothering me a tiny bit. I'm just hoping it's not rickets. I have a lack of vitamin C, and I just don't. I had shin splints before, and I looked like Frankenstein, and I don't need rickets. So bad health, stay away. I've had enough. We don't need the bad health coming at us. That's enough already. Go away. So that's all I have to say. I don't want to take over the show today.
I hope people with rickets out there aren't going to complain.
Now we're going to get canceled for that now.
Yeah, what people with rickets you still have lives, eh? How can you come on there?
We barely survived the Louis C.K. and the Gabe. Now we got the rickets people coming after us.
And Dave Chappelle just cashed another $2 billion, but yeah.
I know exactly. But well, Dave, there you go. Great points over there from Dave as he continues on in his life of being angry at many things.
Yeah.
Bob Rod. Wow, I like that name, Bob Rod. You know what Bob Rod is backwards, Rybo?
Door Bob.
Oh, I thought it was Bob Rod. Sorry.
No, it's Door Bob.
Golden Winnipeggers. Rybo makes a great Betty White. Well, that's thanks to the great Rob Stickler.
Yeah.
Rybo, have you ever considered yourself a Betty White type figure?
Yeah, I have actually. I thought of all the golden girls I want to be, I wouldn't want to be a slut, and I'd want to be the dumb one, I guess.
Okay. Well, you kind of miscast on this show.
You had a great opportunity to do a back in St. Olaf.
Okay, let me ask you this. On this show, who's the dummy, who's the slut, and who's the know-it-all
the
wise
Arthur
figure, the B. Arthur? I'm probably the B. Arthur, right? Or what?
Yeah, you're B. Arthur. And I'll be the slut. I don't care. I think she was younger. She looked better. Actually, Grandma, or whatever was her name? Ma was one of the youngest. Estelle Getty. She was one of the youngest. And what a great show. That's another episode.
And she was maybe the biggest slut out of all of them. But
she was bad with oldsters. Oh my gosh. Another great one here is from Rod Stickler. Oh, well, this is, almost gets disqualified. Hey, Winnipeggers, is it me or does the Chargers QB, Justin Herbert, 90, look a little like Dave Spivak Project? What do you say, Rybo and I think he looks more like Ethan Hawke to me.
A little bit. It's pretty young David Spivak. If that's a young David Spivak, yeah, I would take that, Dave. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of looks like Chris Spradbrow. I don't even know who that is. I just keep like
back when I only had a few problems back then. Looked pretty good. As I say that, I'm just going to turn my lighting slightly down. Okay.
First of all, Rod Stickler can make any one of us look like anyone else. So whatever, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Make him really look like Dave.
Rod Stickler's like a wizard. He can do whatever. He can change my face on a Rybo's and Speewy's dead dick on the mine and all that sort of stuff.
Shit, I was gonna call it piggyback. So stupid.
You just with an elastic band, you just put it on
the horror movie. The Human Centipede. Yeah, Human Centipede. Let's tie our dead dongs together. And that's the last episode, everyone.
City Bob.
Great fan mail this week. We appreciate all the family always joining in and giving their theories and ideas. We got a great sponsor this week. Got to tell you guys about this before we get into fake ID. This is a huge one. I just saw him actually in Vegas. I went to Vegas to see Morrissey and Guns N' Roses, and I ran into the owner of this fine Winnipeg establishment. It's a fine pizza place. I ran into Sabino himself, who then bought onto the Winnipeggers for a huge amount of money. Wait, guys, wait till I give you guys the check for this one.
Great pizza.
You might not even show up again. I'll tell you that.
Hey, it's me, Mama Sabino. You like a pizza pie? We make the best pizza pie. You like a big Italian salami? We got the big Italian salami. So big it can barely fit all you want in your mouth. You like the cheese? Parmigiano, gorgonzola, pecorino romano, burrata, tuzon, asiago, caviar, cavalla, pito, formaggio di fassa, scamorza. Well, we don't got none of that. We got the mozzarella. Eat, I make it special for you.
Whether it's Sabinos or centerfolds, our staff always delivers.
So shut up your face and open up your mouth and eat.
Sabinos, it's good for ya. Capiche?
Oh, beautiful, Rybo.
Hold on. What kind of cheese is that, Sabino?
That's a pecorino romano. It's a scamorza.
You almost went to Nana there, Rybo. Eat, Kevin, eat.
It was a
think he
combination
did.
of working at Sabino's and being at my grandma's house. So
Shout out to Rybo's Nana. Did you work at Sabino's, Rybo?
eat. It's good for you. Eat. It doesn't matter what you're eating. It's like, eat the carpet. Take the carpet, put it in your mouth. Eat. It's good for you. When we were younger, we never got to eat. You got to eat the carpet. It's okay.
We had Dr. Spewy. We eat dirt in my country. Dave, like, okay.
Yeah, I did actually.
I'm watching the game. I'm not even listening to you, man. It's the bottom of the seventh right now. 1-1. Game 5.
Dave's busy right now.
There you go. Want to watch the game? Watch fucking. All right. We got a great guest here as we're talking about fake IDs. I had to ask her, close personal friend of mine, Playboy Playmate of the Year in 2018. Victoria Silvstedt is here to tell her story about a fake ID.
Hey to the Winnipeggers, Speedy, Rybo, and Irvas. Did you guys ever had a fake ID growing up? I did, and I never got caught. Just saying. Lots of love and kisses from you, Victoria. Everybody quit.
That's it?
We got to talk. We got to talk about that.
That's getting really effing close.
People shouldn't be doing that when there's room on the banned list. I don't think people should be effing around.
I am not happy with this. She said, I had a fake ID, but I never got the caught. She sounds like Sabino. You know what? Walking the line, because I'll tell you what. Before we get into whether Victoria Silvstedt and Paul McCartney should be added to the ban list, we had a poll earlier this month on whether or not Wayne Gretzky should be lifted off the banned list. Dave, you've been keeping track. What's the overall answer?
The fans have spoken, and they want him removed. They want to give Gretzky a chance. I think we should text him and let him know right now, live, and see what happens.
And if he gets back to us, we'll take him off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
no, he's off. He's off.
He's off the ban list. And I'll tell you why. The reason why he's off the ban list is because we have now have a new ban list here. Fake Jason Voorhees, piece of crap, worst fucking cameo ever. Ben Johnson didn't even show up. Stupid man, dumbest idiot in the world. Bud Hill, me, time I sing a good hockey player in high school. Mook Joe, no disrespect, you're idiots. And the newest member of the ban list, Redbubble. And why is Redbubble on there? Because Redbubble, these pieces of fucking shit, have dared to sell bootleg Winnipegger shirts. We're honest men trying to make our own living. Listen, guys, if you see any of these online, do not buy them. Speewy t-shirts, Dave's Rants Essential. These are bootlegs. These are not official Winnipegger shirts. We've got not one, not two, but 3 official Winnipegger shirts. This is not one of them. Redbubble, you're banned.
See ya.
You're banned.
Yeah.
You're banned.
You'll be on there for a while. Hope you like it.
Hope you like it, Redbubble, you dumb idiots. You're trying to you think you can bootleg us? Really? You think you can bootleg us? You sons of bitches? Let me tell you one thing. You don't bootleg the Winnipeggers,
No.
okay? You understand me? We got plenty of great items available at ProWrestlingTees.com. Chris Jericho, you want to bootleg us? You know what happens? You're banned.
That's right. Yeah. See you later, man. See you later. We got real T-shirts here.
That's right.
Look at this.
Right?
That's
These
a
are
great quality shirt.
6,000 thread count. Yours are only 2,000. Ours are $47.95. Yours are $25. I bought a couple of yours. I did. I'm guilty of it.
Ours are not $47.95. Ours are $25. You guy.
$25. You guy.
Fucking us, man. Gonna eat the cheese.
Buy it, the T-shirt. Everybody love it. But theirs are good. They got a good price over there at that place. So, you know.
Hey, they're banned. They're banned. You can't go there anymore. Buy a T-shirt off me. You can. Well, go to Pro Wrestling Tees, then you can get them.
There
but
you go, right there.
Well,
he's got it up.
Tell you one,
So
whatever.
angry right now.
Yeah.
So pissed off.
I'm
I'm glad that I'm glad that the family voted to take Wayne Gretzky off. Although Dave, you're not happy about this. You want Gretzky on there for life.
There's a few things in the past that Gretzky did. I've spoken about them way too much. It's a bit that's gotten old. I think if we text him and let him know he's off, and if he's good with it, that's all I need. It's just he didn't text us back that time about a year ago.
Well, I'll tell you the reason why. I got a problem. I'm going to
Okay.
look it up right here. Here's my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
There's my iPhone case.
Yep, I believe that's yours.
available not on
I believe
Redbubble.
you have a
It's
problem.
available from IronMaiden.com.
Yeah.
Let me check it out right now. I'm going to see Wayne Gretzky because before he had a blue number. Now, when I go to give him a text, it's a green number.
What?
What does that even mean?
Well, I
It
mean,
means he
he's
changed
got-
his fucking number.
He
he
blocked
doesn't have
you.
an iPhone. What? That means that he actually went to like Samsung or something like that. He doesn't even have an iPhone anymore.
No, he got rid of his
Raven
iPhone
would
because
never do that.
on February 27th of 2021, I text, "Hey man, Jericho here. Happy belated birthday. Sorry I'm late. Ha ha.
Nothing.
Just watched a bunch of your highlights. Amazing stuff. Hope all is going well for you during this fucking weird year." Guess what I got?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No response. So,
Zero.
I'm almost getting kind of mad about the fact that Gretzky didn't text me back, but it's a green number instead of a blue. So that's probably why. Maybe he changed his number and just didn't tell me.
Okay, yeah, exactly. He didn't tell you. You know what? He's off the list. Let's maybe revisit this in another 30 days just to see. Because if I still have this strong emotion and you're pissed about that, I think we got to put him back
I'm kind
on.
of pissed about McCartney too, but I'll let you guys leave me out.
You
of
know what?
that,
I think it's a
for
better
us.
idea to put that Playmate on the ban list so we could at least look at her every show. You get a nice picture of her. You put her there. She's not wearing that stupid sweater that
pretty-
Gretzky was wearing.
That was
you
a
know.
pretty cheesy cameo, by the way.
It was, but
those
I
20
don't even know what she said. But I mean, it was still better than Gretzky's no reply. And I ain't
Did
talking
you
about Paul
did you
McCartney.
like her better than random Playboy model Rybo?
In what way?
Well, she did give us the banned term.
That's good point. Yeah, she
Yeah.
didn't really give us much, but
She
I don't even
tried.
think
No,
she's
she
real-
tried, man. Remember, because she didn't give us anything at first, and then she felt bad, and she gave us a long message.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Well, we'll leave this up to
Yeah.
review, but until we do, the topic this week after 23 minutes.
yeah, no kidding. We're out of time. As Ryan just
It's
talks
fake
about
ID.
them. Oh, I love their bodies. They're both beautiful to me.
They're both awesome.
You are so beautiful, to goosh. This is Fake ID, written by Spewy.
Oh, come on.
What is the concept of this show, Dave?
Well, it just as kids, we used to use the fake ID. You know, you'd get into a bar, you'd grow a little mustache, maybe you smoked some ciggies back then, a little nicotine stain, and you had a fake ID. And I can start us off in Manitoba.
Do it.
Other provinces weren't like this because I had friends in other provinces, but we had the easiest fake driver's license to fake in the world. It was actually paper. There was no photo at all.
It was like
And
a
just-
vaccination card.
it was like a card that was made out of a cheap cardboard, and it looked like they used a typewriter to put your name in. So I was going to college in Thunder Bay, and the drinking age was 19, and it was 18 in Winnipeg. So I took I was born in 72. I took the 2 off of the 72. I just scraped it off with a knife, took a black pen, and just wrote 1. Then I threw it in the wash. So the whole driver's license looked really worn. It looked distressed, you know. So then I would go to the bars and they would say, "Oh, need some ID," and they'd just look, okay, and I'd go, "Oh, sorry," I'd washed it in my pants and that kind of thing. But it was an easy in. So that was, one of mine. And then, and then Chris and I have this mutual friend that had the best one. I don't know, you want to save that for a little bit there, but
okay, hold on a second. Let me ask you a quick question here.
Yeah.
How did you scrape off the two?
Because it was made out of that cheapy cardboard shit, so I was able to just scrape it with a knife over and over and over.
Just scraping off a layer of the cardboard.
Yes,
paper,
I peeled off the two. Yeah, exactly. So there was no photos or anything, and it was kind of strange. This was 1990, and we still didn't have photos, and they came in maybe in 92, which is crazy. So you could get away with murder.
Okay, so I'll compound upon that.
Yeah.
In that, I used to go to the Ville, which is, we've done a whole show on the Ville. There's a movie in there somewhere, which we'll get to. We'll get to it at some point. And the Gouge and I would go to the Ville, and Warren Rum his gum on his bum, would make fake ID. We opened a fake ID business with the same thing, which was a birth certificate, which was a one-sided. Like I said, I'm not even making a joke about this. The vaccination card you get looked like basically what you got from the driver's license. It wasn't like now where it was plastic, or there was like a driver's license now has like a plastic kind of thing on it or whatever. Yeah. Like, it's like it's hard. Like you can't bend it. It's got a photo on it. There you go. These did not have that.
Well,
these were literally
thanks for that.
This and this. It's like a a two-sided piece of paper with just your name and it on whatever it was your. So what we do, we wouldn't scrape it off. We would go to a Office Depot type place, get decals, and we take some white out over the 70, white it out, and change it with the little numbers to a 6 and an 8. And this is in 1986, where we were literally, I'm not joking, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And we would change it to 68 or 60, whatever it was, to make us 18 years old. And then we'd go to the Ville to watch strippers and drink beer. And if you think I'm lying, I'm fucking not, because it would always work at the Ville, and down the road at the A, which was kind of the cool dance club, nightclub, as Stevie would say, it would work half the time.
Yeah.
No photo.
That's where Mama Sabino worked, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, she did.
Wow. And thank you to Sabinos for the amazing advertisement. So, Rybo, did you have a fake ID as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, also to go to the Ville, but at that time it was the crazy bar. But it is funny that there was like no pictures, nothing. You just
nothing.
Had, like, you just had a birth certificate, and it had like your age on it, and then it would have your because even driver's license didn't have a photo or anything. It just had like your hair color, your eye color, your height.
Yeah,
maybe even have your weight. I'm not sure if it did that. But
it
was like you'd go there and you'd have to, like, a whole bunch of us had fake ID and stuff, and you'd go in there and you'd have to answer the questions. You'd have to know the answers to the questions. It would be like, so what year did you graduate? And you have to go, oh my God. Or you'd figure like so you're 18 now, so you're 19 now, and you'd have to go, no, I'm 20 because I was born in April.
Carry the 2.
Yeah, carry
but
the 2.
But you knew that, though. They would get you on that once. The next time, be like, when's your birthday? November 9th. What year? 1967.
Yeah. Well, then you'd have to write your, they said, well, what year were you in grade 6 or something like that? And you'd have to
1979. Who the fuck knows that anyways?
Hey, Chris had it down, but then you have to practice your signature. You'd have to
bring your calculator
down. You'd have to get it down so they'd make you sign for whatever. I had my friend had Ryan Minkus had a fake ID that his name was Dino Mazzi, and it was like 22 years old, and he used to go to Fuddruckers and basically drink all night, like underage. Like, it was a bunch of 15-year-olds sitting there, and then one guy with a 22-year-old fake ID that would order pictures of beer. Dino Mazzi, and you'd sign. You'd look at the signature, or look exactly like Dino Mazzi's signature. I remember when a friend of mine, Tracy Cisa, went to the bar once, and she had her fake ID, and they made her sign for it, and she was so drunk she just put Tracy Cisa instead of the actual name that was
the
on
fake name. Oh, that's
and they
great.
just said, they looked at it and said, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's
never check.
They didn't get into a lot of trouble, man. Baldwin Kwan, the Lake Louise membership. That's the craziest one. That's our Chris and I mutual friend Trevor.
Okay, and it's not Trevor though. Let me tell you the story.
No, I know.
Okay, do you know the story?
Well, he's told me it many times, but you tell it because you were from the era at the time. So
okay, so these guys lived in Okotoks, Alberta, and they worked at a place called Big Rock Chinese Food. It was the only Chinese food place in Okotoks, and they knew this family that, like I said, it was like, listen, you're in the middle of Prairie, Alberta, and there's a Chinese family that owned a Chinese restaurant, of course. So they worked there washing dishes. So Jason Carter, who's Trevor's younger brother, befriended the young son of the Kwan family who owned the Big Rock Chinese Food. And the Kwan family named this young son Baldwin.
Oh,
Baldwin Kwan.
Yeah.
Okay. That's real. So then Baldwin Kwan went and got a ski pass from Lake Louise.
Oh,
so
no
when Jason Carter found out that Baldwin Kwan had a ski pass from Lake Louise, when he bought a new one, he asked for the old one. Then cut out Baldwin Kwan's face, put his in, and changed the date. And here is the new Baldwin Kwan.
Oh. And rode for an entire season unlimited, which even in 1989 would be a G note, for Christ's sake.
It says Baldwin Kwan. This is the whitest guy with the worst New Kids on the Block hairstyle ever. Baldwin Kwan. So we have been laughing about this. So this is Trevor's little brother, Jason Dave.
Oh, okay.
So we laughed so hard because Baldwin Kwan. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I'm glad you told it. I had a different take. That's
because
great.
Trevor probably says that it's him, but that was actually his little brother Jason. Who procured the ski pass as fucking Baldwin Kwan.
Oh, that's so funny.
Wow.
Yes. So the fake ID was the thing. You could not make fake ID now in this point.
Not at all. You can't get away with shit. But back then you could do anything, and I just love that. That'd be so great.
When I the first time I ever went to a strip club in the States, it was called Shotgun Willie's in Denver. It's still there. One of the greatest strip clubs. I fell in love there many times. The first time I went was with we were driving down from Calgary to Kansas City to go to a wrestling company. They turned out to be a complete bomb. That's a whole other show. Yeah. But as we were driving down, we went to this place called Shotgun Willie's in Denver. And I was with a guy called Brett Como. He's at my wedding.
Yeah, I
remember
him, yeah.
So what Como would do, because he had real ID, and this is why I was laughing. I don't want to take over the show or anything, but Alice, you had to vaccinate car. Okay. You could have game vaccination card, and it's next guy behind you, and no one found difference. Same thing happened in Shotgun Willie's. We went there, and Como showed his ID, and as he walks through, he hands it behind him to where I take it, and I show my ID, which says Brett Como, and nobody fucking even looks. They don't look.
Yeah. We
went right inside Shotgun Willie's. So that was another trick of the fake ID. It wasn't even yours. You would just take one down, pass it around, 99 fake IDs on the wall, 98 fake IDs on the wall, 98 fake IDs. So that was another way of getting around the system back then.
We did that at Guns N' Roses 3 years ago and got away with that. Maybe we shouldn't be telling that story. Well, we went into that
limitations is over.
Okay, after 3 years. Okay. Well, Ryan killed another person that night. We ended up going to the Guns N' Roses Manitoba Stadium show, and we had this VIP area, and we only had there was 8 of us, and we had 6 passes. So,
Howard Jones was there.
So I didn't have a pass, and my friend Glenn didn't, and we just held up a piece of paper as we walked with you guys using real passes. Yeah. We're using real passes. You guys are using real passes, and we just came in showing basically a piece of loose leaf, and the guy didn't really take a good look because everyone had him. Well, why wouldn't we have him, right? So
somehow
we got
I think
in.
You had a real pass. I don't think you would put yourself out there to not have a real pass. You throw.
I was trying to be cool, man. I'm trying to be cool tonight.
Yeah.
You know, I got a jean jacket on.
I think it was you, and I think it was Dean Mullen and Glenn that did not have the real passes.
Yeah, they had the loose leaf. Dave gave them the loose leaf.
Yeah. Here's a 1,500-word essay. Good luck.
Loose leaf.
I know. You know, it's like those fake IDs were easier then.
Dean Mullen wasn't with us either. It's so funny.
Definitely not. Definitely, he was not.
I think he was at DA's beforehand.
DA's.
I it used to be great. Like if you knew someone that had a laminator back in the day, or even some shrink wrap or some saran wrap with a hair dryer.
Totally.
You could make some pretty good stuff. Like I remember VH's brother Yinger would make fake ID, and he had you get Chris's ID, and then just Yinger, man, baby,
Yeah,
You know,
Baby. Sorry.
So he'd have he'd put his face on there or whatever, and just cut out his face and photocopy it and then laminate it. He used to also steal Slurpees, and I found this very disturbing. You'd go in, you wouldn't steal Slurpees, you'd steal chocolate bars. So you get like a big Slurpee or a big gulp, and you'd put them in the cup, and then you'd fill up the cup with the Slurpee, but you'd have like 3 chocolate bars in there, and then you'd walk out after, and you'd pull the chocolate bars out.
That's ridiculous, man.
Isn't that
That's
ridiculous?
So oh, I love it.
Disgusting.
Fake ID. What a
Slurpee.
show.
Yeah.
Fake ID was a good thing to do, and like I said, nowadays you could not do that. But back then, we had and once again, this is not Winnipeggers exaggeration. This is literally a bunch of 15-year-old kids hanging out in a strip club, drinking 35-cent draft, and thinking you have a chance to pick up the stripper who's on stage that can see the fucking losers with no money from a mile away. And I remember like, oh, she just looked right at me.
Yeah,
she loves me.
She loves me.
And I'm like, I'm a 16-year-old fucking loser with a paper route.
Fuck, dude. A fresh haircut from Morris, some Avon Musk. You're in the front row, and there they are, and you're falling in love.
I remember I went to Zeller's before. I went to the like the old discarded LP bin where they had the little punched out square, and I had bought Trouble the Skull.
Oh yeah,
had it in a Zeller's bag, then walked across the parking lot to meet the Googe at the Ville to watch the strippers. So I'm watching the Rippers with my 35-cent draft, my fake ID, and my Trouble the Skull. Nice. It cost me $1.99, and that was my money for the week.
Did you get to talk low? Did you get the stripper to sign the album? Can you sign my Trouble?
It turns out she was a Trouble fan too, so we went outside and did the hibbity dibbity. It was crazy.
Yeah,
hey,
right.
You're trying to not have your voice crack.
This is really fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're doing your best Dave Lind.
There's probably no stripper on the earth that likes trouble.
Yeah, right. Yeah, really. I was like, was she shooting heroin in the parking lot? Was she driving a Ford truck at Chad?
Guys, great show this week. Fake IDs.
We love the Fords.
Smoke them if you got them. If you guys can
smoke them if you got them.
If you can make your own fake IDs, please send in stories of your fake ID experiences on the Twitter to @DaveSpivakProject.com to I am Jericho, and always underneath down here you can leave your comments on the YouTube channel, and we're going to read a bunch of YouTube comments next week. So thank you so much for amazing intro as always. Thank you, Sabinos Pizza, and of course the amazing Victoria Silvstedt, who is very pretty but needs to work on the fucking cameo content.
Close to being banned, yeah.
21 seconds is not good enough for us. I
mean,
but
she put an hour and a half into like makeup and stuff like that.
Well, there's a lot of filters there, Ryan. That's the world we live in. And Gretzky,
especially
we're watching you. We're watching.
Yeah, one false move, Gretz. You know, I know you changed your number.
We're not talking about Harlequin.
Good call. You changed your number, or Lizzie Borden. Sorry. You changed your number, but you didn't tell me, which is fine. But Paul McCartney, quit fucking bagging on the Stones, man, because I've had enough of this shit. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to strike. And I talk about King Cobra. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for a great show. We'll see you next week.
We're
going to talk about bands that should not have broken up. We've got not one guest, but two.
Broke up a little too early. Can't wait. Are you a ninja, man?
What? Ninja?
Are you a ninja, man?
Sorry.